Get down to the B-side.
It's Review Bros back with another review today in the form of Snakebite pre-workout by Viper Supplements. And we're actually lucky enough to announce a giveaway of this pre-workout. All you've got to do to enter is comment below Snakebite for your chance to win, and then we'll randomly select a winner in around a week's time. So good luck, get involved, don't miss out, let's do this. And if you're new here, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, tick the bell icon, and whilst you're there, give the video a like and drop your thoughts down below, your thoughts on this product. Let's get into all the usuals. Moving on to that taste and mixability segment. Nice and easy because it comes in sour venom flavour only. Quite fitting given the theme of the product. So I'll put up a video here, as you can see. It didn't mix too great, but then again it is quite a large scoop, quite a bit in there to mix. But you know, once you got down to the bottom, it wasn't too dramatic. So mixability, around about average, maybe a bit below. Taste, really nice, really nice. Like a sour candy kind of taste is the best way to describe it. Almost like cowpole, but in a nice way. You know, if you're a fan of cowpole from your childhood, think that, but nicer. That's probably around the best way that I can describe it. So I'm going to give the taste a good 9 out of 10. To be fair, if I think the mixability was any higher, I probably would give it a 10 out of 10, but factoring that in, 9 out of 10. So, where do you go to get hold of this product? Well, you go to vipersupplements.co.uk, where you can use our 15% discount code RBROS15. Knocks this tub down to an unbelievable £25.50 for 30 servings, which is crazy bang for buck, and it comes to 85p per serving, landing on a nice 8 out of 10 on our price scale. I cannot emphasise enough how good bang for buck that is, especially when we get into the label and the effects, so stay tuned. Label time of this 17 gram scoop. So let's work our way through. So first up, we've got citrulline malate and L-citrulline at 5 grams and 3 grams respectively. So, you know, we've got some people who like citrulline malate, some people who like citrulline. They've gone, do you know what, have both, shut up, basically. And across the two, you're definitely hitting that clinical dose. They're going to work together to obviously boost nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream, leading to increased blood flow and pumps. It's a nice stable pump ingredient we love to see in any pre-workout. So that's always a great start to any label. Moving on, we've got beta-alanine at 3.5 grams, which is 300 milligrams above the clinical dose. That's the amino acid responsible for those itchy, tingly sensations that we all know and love. And it also does help with buffering lactic acid when it builds up in your system, which then in turn helps with endurance in the gym. Moving on, we've got taurine at 2 grams, double the normal we see. We normally see only 1 gram, so 2 grams is a thumbs up. That's the amino acid, bit of a jack of all trades, going to help with energy production within the body, some cognitive benefits, but mainly why it's in pre-workouts is to help out with hydration and pumps. Moving on, we've got L-tyrosine, another amino acid at 750 milligrams. An okay dose, you know, we normally like to see upwards of a gram in this day and age, but 750 mg should still do the trick. So that's going to help with the cognitive side of things, you know, it's going to help the brain fire, keep you in the zone whilst you're training, help you think fast on your feet effectively. So that's always another nice ingredient to see in a label. Next up, we've got phenylalanine at 500 milligrams. You don't see this all too often, but that's another amino acid that's been shown to boost focus, boost mood, help with general energy production within the body. So you know what, we'll take it. 500 milligrams, decent dose from what we can tell. Next up, we've got caffeine anhydrous at a relatively moderate dose, 200 milligrams, equivalent to roughly 2 strong cups of coffee. That's your main stimulant in any stim-based pre-workout. It's just going to wake you up, you know, get you moving in the gym effectively. Next up, we've got Infinity, which is, as you know, the painted version of the caffeine malate, yielding 100 milligrams of caffeine. So that's going to kick in later on into your workout after the caffeine anhydrous starts to taper down. So there should be no crash with this product. So it should be nice, smooth energy. Next up, we've got Dynamine at 100 milligrams. That's going to work alongside the caffeine to provide another source of energy, increase focus, just keep you in the zone, keep you moving. Again, work against any sort of crash. Then we've got Citrus aurantium, aka bitter orange at 100 milligrams, definitely a substantial dose. That's basically a fat burner, so it's going to metabolize fat cells within the body for energy. You know, it's just going to get you sweating a little bit, provide a bit more energy and work alongside the other stimulants. So we'll take that. Moving on, we've got vitamin B6, magnesium oxide, niacin. Just going to mention the vitamin B12 at the bottom there as well. You know, they're all general health sort of vitamins. They're going to help with the body's general function, energy production within the body, you know, cognitive stuff, all that sort of thing. So, you know, it's always good to see that in a label. We're not going to complain. Moving back up, we've got bioperine at 10 milligrams. That's nice to see. That's double the normal dose we often see. That's going to help with the uptake of all of the ingredients in this label, getting them through your body as efficiently as possible, making sure that every last milligram is used. Last but not least, we have huperzine A at 300 micrograms, which is definitely more than we typically see. Normally see 100 to 200 micrograms, so 300 is definitely nice. That's going to help again with memory, cognition, focus, working alongside the L-tyrosine and the other focus-based ingredients, just to keep you in the zone in the gym. So definitely a nice, well-rounded, substantial, well-dosed label covering most areas that you'd want in a pre-workout. So let's see how it comes together in reality. Okay, so you've seen the comprehensive label, but let's talk real-world effects, where we cover the pros, the cons, and who we think this pre-workout is suitable for. So we'll talk about the first thing that you always feel in a pre-workout that has the ingredient, beta-alanine. It's in here at 3.5 grams plus the niacin, which, as you know, does generally boost that itchy, tingle, flushing feeling that the beta-alanine does bring about. I personally felt it in here at sort of like a 5 out of 10 on the beta scale, so average kind of tingles. But I believe that Aaron felt it quite intense, you know, like 9 or 10 out of 10 on the beta tingles. So it does vary from person to person, so it's going to be a bit hit and miss perhaps. But all I would say is you will feel it to some degree or another. So if you don't like beta-alanine, that'll be a thumbs down. If you love it, it'll be a thumbs up. So it's just something to bear in mind for you guys. You know, I wouldn't say this pre-workout hits you with a rush of energy, but you definitely feel like the lights have been switched on in your brain and in your body. You know, you do feel not immediately in the zone, but I would say it sort of creeps up on you over the space of maybe 10-20 minutes as you start to feel more focused, more dialed in. The energy starts to come in nicely, and the energy does stay. You know, it stays for a good sort of 4, 5, 6 hours. Zero crash. The come up is very smooth, the come down is very smooth. In fact, I would say that's maybe its standout feature, is that super smooth, clean energy that it does give you. Alongside that comes a nice in-the-zone focus. Definitely feel dialed in with this pre-workout, there's no denying it. It's a nice productive kind of feeling pre-workout. And obviously coming alongside that smooth energy, naturally you would expect to be productive because you're not stimmed off your face, nor are you too sleepy because there's no stimulation. So it's at that nice middle ground where you can sort of fully utilise all of those stims, all of those focus ingredients and put them to use. You know, you don't feel like there's too much for your body to take on. And I do think that the bioperine definitely does help the uptake of all of those ingredients to get the most out of them. Something I haven't touched on yet is the pumps. I found them to be also very good. No complaints on the pump front. You know, obviously you've only got a couple of bits in there for pump, but it is at clinical dose. So I wouldn't say the pumps are amazing, but I wouldn't say they're terrible either. So I would say slightly above average pumps, as well as the fact that you are in the zone. You know, you've got that nice train of energy behind you. So naturally you're putting in the work and you're building up those pumps, and the citrulline's just helping, if anything. So overall, I'd say this pre-workout's hitting that energy, focus and pump all to a very, very good level, certainly above average. And that's actually another take-home point about this pre-workout, is that it's very comprehensively good across the board on all elements with no drawbacks whatsoever. So I would say this is a nice, strong, healthy daily driver, one that I'd be happy to use on non-review days. Something perfect for like an arm or chest or shoulder day where you don't need to go absolutely crazy balls out like perhaps a leg or back day requires. So this is definitely a great pre-workout to have in your stack, especially for that price, especially the fact there's no negative side effects to it, and especially the fact it does hit all three elements of a pre-workout to a very, very nice level. So who do I think this is for? I do think beginners would perhaps be okay with this. Intermediates definitely, even advanced users would probably like this pre-workout. Stim junkies, not quite on that level. This probably wouldn't touch the sides for you, you know, I'm not going to lie. You don't feel stimmed off your tits, you don't feel off your face, you don't feel mentally high and euphoric, none of that stuff. It just feels healthy and productive with great pumps. That's the best way to simplify it. So if that sounds good to you guys, do check it out. You're asking overall score. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 across the board. Very solid 8 out of 10, mind you. Almost straddling on that 8.5. You know, that's where I feel all three elements are sitting around that 8 out of 10 margin. So, like I say, very comprehensive, nice pre-workout. Okay, so final verdict with Snakebite pre-workout. Let's get those scores on the doors, starting in chronological order. So first up was a taste of Mixability. Came in the one flavour, Sour Venom. Really, really nice. You know, no complaints with that at all. Gave it a 9 out of 10, so thumbs up on the taste. Moving on into that price segment, it came to a very solid 8 out of 10 on our price scale. Amazing bang for buck when you consider what you're getting and how it actually comes together in reality. That moves us nicely into that effects section where we gave that an 8 out of 10 as well. Very, very solid daily driver, one that I'll use on days where I'm not carrying out reviews to actually make gains, you know, get good pumps, focus and energy all across the board consistently. One I can rely on and one I will go back to. That gives us a total score of 25 out of 30, which is definitely above average that we typically see on the channel. So this pre-workout is definitely a good one across the board. At this point, just want to thank Viper Supplements for sending this out for review. We want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Please don't forget to enter that giveaway by commenting Snakebite down below. Let us know your thoughts on this product down in the comment section. And as always, stay stimmed.